your first word that you are going to say, and whenever you are ready.
Think about this question to yourselves. Have you ever thought of what your life would be like if a certain event or experience ever happened? My name is Sarah, and for me, I like to think of what ifs. Like, what if I didn't go to the high school I went to? Or what if I had a completely different friend group? Or what if I went on that date with that guy? Well, for me, one what if I always think about is what if my mom didn't get cancer? Going back to my senior year of high school, I was worrying and thinking about a lot of things I think a lot of you were worrying about. I was wondering where I was going to go to college, and I was focusing on my friends and family since I knew I only had a short period of time left with them. And then one day in December, my parents called me downstairs to talk to me about my mom. I was really nervous because I first thought I was in trouble, and I was thinking back of what I did on the weekend, and I was like, oh, bleep, what did I do this time? But my mom and dad sat me down, and my mom brought up the fact that she found a lump in her breast. Because my mom found this lump herself and the doctors didn't, it turned out that this lump was stage 3 breast cancer, which meant my mom had to undergo 20 weeks of chemotherapy where she lost all of her hair. She had a lumpectomy surgery where half of her breast and the tumor was removed, and then she also had to undergo 5 weeks of radiation. Because I believe that so much of who I am today is because of my mother's battle with cancer. I think that the best way for you to get to know me is by talking about that, and because of that, I missed my first semester of freshman year of college, and it also made me into the positive person I am today. First, for you to get to know me better, I want to talk about how I missed my first semester of college. And the reason I did this, it took a lot of thinking and convincing by not only my family, but myself as well, was because I knew that I needed to be there for my mom for support. And also, I knew I didn't want to be here worrying about it. I wanted to be right next to my mom's side every day in chemo and be a support for my family members as well. I also realized during this time that there's certain things in life that can wait. And I know being as young as we are, that's kind of weird to think about, but I knew that college was one of those things at this time for me. So I decided to stay home in San Diego, where I'm from, and then I took community college classes there for my first semester. Secondly, what I'm going to talk about so you get to know me better is how my mom's experience with cancer made me rethink about life and how I want to live it. Once I decided to accept the fact that my mom had cancer and I stopped fighting it, I learned that I wanted to make every day the best day ever and live every day to the fullest. And because of that, you all don't know me that well, but you'll get to know that I'm really positive and outgoing, and I honestly do believe that's because of everything I went through last year. Overall, now
let's talk about how you live every day. No, let's talk about how you live every day to the fullest. Because here you're saying you like to live every day to the fullest, and you're a positive person. Mm-hmm. What do you do? How does this? Well, I mean, I'm glad that you are positive, and I'm glad that you live every day to the fullest. Give us some detail there.
Well, one way that I like to live every day to the fullest is I like to have fun. And even when I'm in school, and I know school's not that fun and it's hard to concentrate, I like to take everything positively, and when I'm stressed, I'm just like, it's okay. We'll get through this. And I don't like to think of any negative consequences or negative outcomes of what's going to happen, even though those are in the back of my mind, but I'd rather think the positive things than to stop and think about negative things all the time, which is really good for especially my friend group, because whenever someone's having a breakup or they're stressed, I'm like, okay, you're going to get through that. It's going to happen. It's going to suck while you're doing it, but you're going to make it. And that's how
you live every day to the fullest.
Yeah.
Bring it back to the theme, though, because you made that choice of having fun and not being positive because of something else.
Right.
So, like, when something's going wrong or something's going down, you like to live positively because... Or you like to go out and have as much fun as you can because
of what my mom had to go through.
Right. She wasn't able to. Yeah, she wasn't able to have fun, and you saw how her life was, nearly taken away from her. And so so that's where I'm saying, like, so bring that back full circle. Good. Okay. Are there any other things that you're like, oh, my mom couldn't do that, so that's what I do to live life to the fullest?
Not really.
Okay.
Not that I can think
and
of
not
right
that you're
now.
thinking of. And again, it may be so, it's one of those things that we're kind of swimming in, right? You're oftentimes like, I'm going to simply live life to the fullest, but we maybe don't recognize the reasonings always behind that. But for the purpose of writing, okay, good. Like, we can always discover, like, what then is our reasoning behind the activity that we're saying, or the verb, or the feeling, or the emotion? Where does that come from? And that could help us give us a little bit more detail.
Okay.
But that good example, that was good with fun.
Okay.
You can bring us home.
Sweet. Okay. Overall, now looking back at this obstacle for my family and I realized that it was truly a blessing in disguise. And I know that's weird to say, but it honestly was to me, and I take it that way every day. It has taught me to be the type of person to love and appreciate every little thing in life. And going through this life-changing experience has made me question, what if my mom didn't get cancer? But without this struggle, I wouldn't be the type of person I am today. Thank you.